Morning everyone, coming to you again in this lovely dog walk in this lovely weather, lovely British weather shall we say. So again, bear with me, it's unscripted. I just wanted to talk about the sermon that I was in on Sunday, and how I think it made a lot of sense actually. It usually does. So we had a visiting preacher. I think he was a missionary. I don't know if he was a pastor of his church. I think he was an American guy, lovely bloke, and he spoke to us about what our mission is and about the gospel, and it kind of brought back to me some of the questions I brought in the last time I spoke to you with regard to why does God give children cancer, or not why does God give cancer, but why do children get cancer, why is there war, that kind of stuff. And I think it's really important that we remember that that we just trust. We trust in God's plan, and we have faith in God's plan. And I think it's really important. And what brought that to me was this visiting pastor or preacher spoke to us about what the gospel is, and actually how foolish it is. Bear with me, I'm not being heretical. So God, who is awesome, amazing, all-powerful, sent down a part of him sent himself down into the world to be like us, flesh and blood, and to experience pain and hunger and all that kind of stuff, but still lived a perfect life, which is pretty good. And then did things that knew would pretty much get him arrested and upset people, and then was stuck on a cross so that he could die for sinners. So for our puny human minds, sounds pretty silly. Yeah, if I'm completely honest, I'm not going to step into a road for a murderer and take the death that he should because he was stupid enough to walk in front of a bus. It's not going to happen. But in effect, this is what God did for us through Jesus Christ, and it's pretty awesome. But again, it's pretty foolish. And the other analogy that this visiting pastor gave to us, where's the dog? It's somewhere. Yeah, was that in the Bible it talks a lot about Jesus being a shepherd and us being sheep. And again, this visiting pastor spoke to us, and he said, well, he spoke to a gentleman that was a sheep farmer or worked with sheep or something, and the one thing he said to this visiting pastor was, sheep are pretty stupid. They do stupid things. They go and they don't listen. They go and get stuck. They just, yeah. And I think this really actually is, as much as it sounds a bit harsh, it's actually a really good analogy that we are stupid sheep that do what we want when we want, and we don't care really who gets in the way really. So we're stupid sheep that don't understand why someone would go and die on the cross so that we can go to heaven. Wow. Really think about that, guys, when you're sort of mulling it over in your head. And actually, rather than think of it in God was a bit silly and foolish, think of it in the sense of what an amazing thing to do. We deserve nothing but hell, death, all those kind of things. Even Christians, guys, we're sinful still. I've spoken in the past of my own sin. I took my kids to school, went over the speed limit. Technically, it's breaking the law, so it's a sin. So we're still these stupid, sinful people that have been saved by this amazing God to go to heaven and be with him. And what an amazing gift, guys. And I just wanted to share that with you this morning, because I think part of gospel, the gospel is to go out and share the good news of Jesus. And gospel means good news. So yeah, I just wanted to share this amazing news that for nothing that other than your belief that Jesus died for you, no works, there's nothing you can do to get into heaven, nothing you can do, it's all what God can do. So for nothing other than believing that Jesus died for you, you will be saved. That's awesome, guys. And people will go, oh yeah, well I can believe and I can go and still go and commit murder and all that. You could, but that's not your real belief that in Jesus then. So as much as we still sin, there's a change in our hearts. So every time I sin now, there's not a feeling of, oh, I don't care. It's a feeling of, oh, I'm literally hurting myself. My heart hurts, and because I know that I'm hurting Jesus, I'm going against what Jesus did for us, and I'm hurting God. So it's that change, guys. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you this morning, and thank you for listening. If anyone wants to reach out for some prayer, please comment or message, private or direct. I don't know all these different things, but yeah, thank you.